NC State Wolfpack and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
NC State's head coach told me before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it back inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Gators offense will get first crack at it here. There's Tramell Jones Jr. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Handoff for Ball. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll move the tight end. Jones to throw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. So NC State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The short hands, it's Scott. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Wilson will throw. Heaves it deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And good blocking in space first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Over the middle, complete to Wilson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pressure coming. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll give it to Ball. Maybe a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Jones wants to throw it. Touchdown, Gator! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Quarterback gets the first down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
NC State quick to the line. He's going to look for a man on third and short. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Offense in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wilson to pass. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They just keep firing. The throw. Found the spot in the defense. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They get to the line quickly.
And they spread them out. And the defense, you got to kind of pick your poison, right? It's hard to go man across the board. It's to pressure the QB, so they play it safe, they go zone. And it's nice to have a running back that can line up in the slot, read the zone, kind of sit down and understand where to be. QB throws the strike, he makes the catch. Nice job being on the same page.
Inside the 50, got enough space. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running, throwing, and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Mays. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Handoff ball running left.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got it in the middle with Singleton. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Pryor. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gators.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Wilson will throw. On the run, fires downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. The turn there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Hauls it in. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the back. On the option. Pulls it on the option. Now the pitch. Picks up the first down. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. Showing off the arm. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more.
Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
Here's a give the ball. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back.
Snags it, and there's running room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Off play action. Dances away. Trying to make magic on the scrap. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Wolfpack with a first and 10 here. Running inside, it's Scott. Gain of about 4 sets up a second and 6. NC State going up tempo. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Line getting set on second down. Wilson to pass. Got his man. Going for the goal line. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense.
Oh, it's a fumble. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Jones to throw. Shoots it to the left. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Florida! And they turn it into a defensive score. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fields. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 8 team, the Ole Miss Rebels.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They had been swarming him, they had been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The run inside. It's Scott. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. NC State quick to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Run in the red zone, it's Scott. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now.
There he goes!
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Jones wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the big...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, You're going to be throwing it right here.
Finding some room. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll send the back in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Escapes the pressure to his right. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Wilson will throw. He's got the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Working on the right. Wide open spaces. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Quarterback will keep it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Jones to throw. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. They go to the counter. Strong, firm tackle.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this.
And, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Snow. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gashes the heart of the touchdown, NC State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He's going to run it. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Look out, he's got room. Inside the 45. Powers through. He's loose on the touchdown Gators. named. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. He's got him. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Got enough for the first. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time.
Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Wolfpack fight back.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Gators come to the line in the hurry up.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. Jones wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
They'll try it over the left side. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside. It's Pryor. There's a crease. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll try to run with ball. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him tonight.
Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Gators answer right back.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Scott. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gonna try to get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Finds his tight end. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And the offense just going to spike it here.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Wilson will throw. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. And that decision will be questioned for a while.